Hi everyone, number 3. Hopefully the sound is much better. Going audio through the ears, camera's there, much better set up hopefully. Oddly a day earlier, it's a Saturday, I thought driving to see some friends, bung it in, might as well. It's been a great day, been a great weekend so far, it's going to get better. Hopefully inspire me and motivate me to do more tomorrow, not just, video editing, the app, you name it, get the usual chores done tomorrow. Still hoping for that 3-day weekend every week. So, one of the things I've picked up this week, I've said it a lot, but I've reiterated it to a few people this week, is my strong belief in when you're with people, it doesn't matter if it's relationships or friendships, there will always be friction, you'll always rub with people, and it's finding the people where the friction makes you sharper, not duller. There'll always be friction, but you just make sure that it sharpens you. It makes you feel, makes you do better, makes you want to be better, give more than you get, and hopefully they'll do the same if it's a true friendship or relationship. And that's just some of my hot tips, advice. Some people are trapped in friendships, relationships, it could be family as well, and it doesn't matter. It's difficult, I'm not saying it's easy, but if you find yourself being dulled by someone, then just cut them loose. They say you're the sum of the people that surround you, and I definitely believe there's some merit to that. So it's almost, it gives you a reference point, and your surroundings sets your reference point level. So if everyone around you is setting the bar low and you want to aim to go surpass the bar, then you're not surpassing very far compared to someone who has a higher bar due to their social group. And this relates actually quite closely to something else. Can't remember if I read it or it was on a YouTube video, but it was kind of, the long story short is, the feeling of unhappiness is derived from not meeting expectations. So think of an area in your life, financials. Why are you unhappy or happy in that area? If you're unhappy, that's because you have not met your expectations or desires or your wants, dreams. You haven't met that target that you've set yourself. And conversely, if you're happy, that is because you've surpassed those goals, expectations. It's going back to that bar analogy. If you're above it, you're happy. If you're below it, you're unhappy. And this bar can be moved by yourself. You can move this bar with mental training, meditation, deep thinking, being realistic. So, fitness. This is why maybe a lot of people that get into fitness have they suffer with always striving for more and always seeing themselves as ugly, because they are always raising the bar and they forget where maybe their original bar was set. They may have completely surpassed their original expectations, original goals, but they're still unhappy because they moved the bar. And there's nothing wrong with that, with setting new goals, but you should always remember to be happy because you've exceeded the bar. I've said bar way too many times. I should have a little counter at the bottom. So relationships. Maybe you're dreaming of the absolute detached house in a cottage. You're dreaming of a cottage in the middle of nowhere, 4 kids, animals and all that kind of jazz, but you're actually in like a terrace house, living still a great life, but your expectations are set to a higher standards and you're not meeting them, so you're unhappy about that scenario. So if you can reinvent yourself, or whatever. So if you could mentally change that bar and realise that the blueprint you're aiming for, the target you've set yourself is great and all, but there should be, it's difficult to explain. You should always have goals, dreams and things you want, but you should always set the bar of happiness, of meeting requirements low. Have you got a roof over your head? Do you have a job? Those kind of things, the basics. And it's reminding yourself where you've come from, where you've been, the journey, and making sure that you don't forget that you're actually in a good place. You might feel awful, but there could be other aspects that are brilliant. Or you're feeling awful because you have this expectation of more, and there's nothing wrong with wanting more, but it's realising that don't be unhappy because you haven't got more. So there's that. Mentioned in my previous video that I wanted to set up a manifesto of which I just realised is very quaint with the timing of the general election, so nice little joke there. I have put some thought into it and I'm just struggling so much on what I want to do, where I want to be, all that kind of jazz, because it's so much up in the air right now because I don't know how long I'll be in Australia for, but I know I want to be my own boss, living my own life, living my own rules, because I feel like I'm strong enough to enforce rules upon myself to make sure I get the work done and I'm living an active life, because my own company would rely on me and I would be the driving factor for that, and I feel like I have the energy and motivation and willpower to do that. And I thank the gym a lot for that. I feel like there's definitely a correlation between bodybuilders, people that go to the gym, and maybe like people that are entrepreneurs or achieve more, because the gym teaches patience. Like, I've set my goal of just losing 3 kilograms for the next 100 days, and that's allowed me to have such a small calorie deficit that it'll be an easy to accomplish task, because I know health is a long-term game. So thinking long-term, I want to lose 3 kilograms, I've got 100 days, then compare that to people that want to crash diet for maybe getting fit for the summer, and they're minus 1,500, or they're eating, there's some people that eat 500 calories a day and then have like some days on, days off, and that's just ridiculous, and it's not healthy. Well, it might work, it could be healthy, but in my eyes, your body needs food to function, you need calories to function. You can be under a little deficit, but there's no need to go extreme. What is the rush? Maybe there's a medical reason, but apart from that, just plan for your life, plan for a lifestyle. Like, I want to lose weight, but I'm not going on a diet, I'm changing my nutrition. So again, it's a mentality thing. And I'm already happy with my fitness bar. I've well exceeded more than I ever thought I would achieve looking back at my old self. So I'm really happy where I am, but I'm still setting higher and higher goals and aspirations, but I'm just happy where I am. So if I stay where I was now, I'd be absolutely fine. I could probably tend to spend more time concentrating on other things instead of thinking of new workout regimes, how to adjust it, and absorbing information. Though possibly a career in that in the future, because I've really got absorbed into it now. So possibly a personal trainer, or even something simpler than that, just working at a gym that covers the bills and has Wi-Fi, coffee, and all those necessities. That would be a dream place. It allows me to make ends meet while giving me access to the resources for me to chase my other dreams and aspirations. So I guess that's gone off on a very long tangent, but my current manifesto kind of is built into timelines based on my current manifesto is based on timelines really. So I've got one for the next 100 days and the one for Australia, and that's what I can really have at the moment, because my manifesto for Australia should be the same as the UK. I'm using this as a turning point to jumpstart my life that I want, that I didn't. The thing is, you don't realise these kind of lives exist when you're younger, because you're just forced through a system and you're told that you go for education, go through higher education, you maybe do a placement year. I didn't do a gap year, but I went straight into work, and I'm 28 now, and I feel like I haven't left the classroom or left a room I've been forced into Monday to Friday. It's a really weird, sobering thought that since I was 5, someone's been dictating to me that apparently Monday to Friday I have to be somewhere to learn or to work to earn money. And I'm not one of those. I'm not silly, and I know money exists and all that kind of job. You've got to put a roof over your head, but for me, I found that there's other priorities in life, and you don't know those priorities exist while you're young. Maybe you're lucky you find out younger, but it took me a long while to realise that there's more to life. And it's like going off like property ladders and stuff like that, it's only going to get harder. So I think more and more people are maybe going to come to this realisation that the old adage of school, work, find someone, get a house, get married, have a kid, grow old, retire, whenever the retirement age is going to be, but I think that's going out the window, and rightfully so, because that doesn't fit everyone's mentalities or dreams or ambitions. So I think it's going to be a very interesting future when more and more people realise that life is about experience and living. Life is about it. So this goes on to another tidbit that I find a lot of people are passive in life. They're just living they're not I wouldn't call it living. They're just going through the motions, going through life, and that kind of goes back to my previous conversation of just going through the process. And it's weird, they're like zombies, and they're not present in their own life. They're distant, they're not there. They're just almost like I was just going to say non-playable NPCs, non-playable characters in a video game. They're just there, they're just going through the motions, going through life, and I guess some people are happy with that. That's some people's bar. But for me, I believe there's more to life, there's more to do and more to experience than just going through the motions, and I feel that's going to become more and more apparent to more and more people as times get... It's weird, times are going to get tougher, but that's going to give more people more freedom as soon as they realise times are only tough because you're trying to force yourself down this old paradigm of the education and work, just that whole process. So it'll be interesting to see the future, it really will. Especially with I love technology, so I really can't wait to see where that goes. Give me full VR 360 sound with a running plate, so I can actually run through a world and I can actually turn like fully immersive virtual reality. Like, I would love to have that. And then I see so many fitness and health aspects to that. Like, I think there'll be a future where virtual reality will become scary real, but into the fact that you'll go into virtual reality to go shopping, and you'll walk down a virtual high street, and you'll virtually go into the shop, and you'll virtually try on clothes, and because there'll probably be a body scanner, they'll scan your body, they'll know your size, and you'll wait from the pad, they'll work it all out, and they'll go bish bash bosh, this is your size, this is what will fit you, try it all on, you can see yourself, you can see literally yourself, you can move around, and hopefully the rain is not destroying this audio, because that would be really annoying. But it's like how the internet became a new interface for shopping, social. It's weird, I believe that virtual reality is going to help bring the human aspect back by having yourself present in that environment. And it's going to bring the world together, because it won't matter who you are, where you're from, you can all be in that same coffee place. It doesn't matter if you're 100 miles apart. You could just log into virtual reality, go down to the pub in virtual world and meet up with your friends, and like it's like next level video chat, and then you could all go play a game together or go bowling together. I guess that's kind of possible now, but I think there's a lot to be said about having that physical interaction, albeit virtually, but going through the motions, it just makes it more real. So I believe that will be the future. Like, you might not go to work, you might go to virtually go to work, so that's already a massive thing, but it'll be really interesting to see. That's what I try and get to. I cut a lot out of the old video, and I think I really want to release keep it like 10-15 minute version, but also have the full length, because I think sometimes there's a little bit lost through the editing process and the backstory and why I came onto a certain conversation. Like, I can still cut out the edits and my bad speech and my pauses, but it'll be interesting to see the feedback and response of the two different formats, the long format and short format, and I believe that there's a place for both. I would love to get into the podcast game. Like, I can't remember. I need to have a list of things I've mentioned previously. Otherwise I'm going to start repeating myself. But yeah, I want to have a podcast only like 10-15 minutes long, and it's just a kick up the arse every morning. It walks you through being empathetic, setting the bar low, but aiming high, being happy, and just getting you in the right gear for the day. And I think, especially with like Alexa and Google Home, and even just mobile phones, just waking up, and instead of an alarm tone, it's 10 to 15 minutes of almost getting ready for the day and setting you up for a better day. And I find that really interesting. So, just coming off the M4, just gonna do some driving. So I'm guessing this is going to be coming to the end of the video. Hopefully not rambled on too much, and I'll be great. I can't thank people enough who viewed it so far, commented, subscribed. If you haven't, please do so. But I'm really thankful for the feedback so far, and I can't wait to see where this goes, because even if it's just a few people every time, I really want to continue it because I find it useful for myself. Nice lane discipline, that's all. But I'll have to cut that bit out. I find it benefits me. Going forward, I know family will love to know what I'm up to, where I've been, what I'm doing, and this is the start of my journey, and hopefully maybe one day I can look back at all this. Hopefully the app does well and I make it, and I'll have a full backlog of history of before the launch going forward. Maybe I need to talk about the company more in that direction, but oddly I don't feel that comfortable talking about it until it's a real thing, because I feel like if you talk about something and you talk about something you want to do, you get the reward of a mental reward before actually doing the work, so you're less intentional to do the work. Hopefully that came across. Now I am rambling, so here we go. Thank you everyone. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I might do a link at the bottom for Instagram, and Snapchat maybe. Get on all the social media platforms. I had a brilliant day at Swindon Comic Con, so getting a video up for that, took pictures all throughout the day, got to meet some amazing people. Went there by myself, but I never felt alone. So, oh my god, I'm rambling again. I'm signing off. See ya.